just when it seemed like everything had settled down, the situation has taken another dramatic turn. It started with the Manhattan property controversy involving questionable real estate transactions, shell corporations, and outstanding debts. That entire situation had Floyd avoiding scrutiny more than he ever avoided punches in the ring. And just as the media attention began to fade, the authorities stepped in again. This time, they didn't show up at his homes, they went straight to the airport. Federal agents have now seized Floyd Mayweather's private jets, including his Gulfstream luxury aircraft. All of this is tied to the ongoing issues stretching from Manhattan to Miami to Las Vegas and beyond. These are not simple rumors either. The case now involves formal investigations, detailed property reviews, and even aircraft confiscations. It's clear the government is taking this seriously, and Floyd may be running out of options.
What's your travel arrangements?
You want me to show you right now? Call my pilot right now.
Yeah.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
I'm finna show you. You gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, Chef. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey, then go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send him over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
I'd say have him at the airport about 10:45 or so.
All right, tell Dan tell Dan to get on there also, please.
I got you.
All right, thank you. Hey,
Yeah, I'm done.
This is not simply about an aircraft being taken out of service. It signals a deeper issue involving a billionaire boxing legend who once showcased stacks of money online, as if it were endless. Now, that powerful image appears to be weakening. The foundation that once seemed untouchable is starting to show signs of strain. Let's take a closer look at what is really happening.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling.
For many years, Floyd "Money" Mayweather was more than just a fighter. He represented wealth and success. With an undefeated record of 50 wins and no losses and career earnings surpassing $1 billion, he built an image around dominance and luxury. And he never tried to downplay it or act modest about his achievements.
We call this breakfast. Everybody like breakfast. No, everybody don't like breakfast. Some people like brunch, some people like lunch, some people like dinner. I like it all. And you already know what my name is. We will leave it at that.
Private jets, Lamborghinis, personal chefs, and a watch collection worth more than entire neighborhoods, all backed by his well-known line, "If it does not make money, it does not make sense." Now it appears the federal authorities see it differently, and they are applying that mindset in their own way.
Checked out here at FTX Arena. Oh, that is your heavyweight jewelry champion. Wow.
Floyd's financial empire once seemed untouchable. But behind the glamour, concerns had been building for years. There were reports of unpaid taxes, questionable LLC structures, and lawsuits that stayed mostly out of the spotlight. Now those issues are no longer quiet. At the center of it all is his private jet registered as N-151SD. This Gulfstream 4 is more than simple transportation. It's essentially a flying luxury suite. Reports from JetSpy show that Floyd's aircraft was manufactured in 1994 Classic, but still high-end. The jet is operated under Michigan Appearances LLC and has logged just 38 flights this year, traveling to places like Las Vegas, Louisiana, and Miami, familiar stops for Floyd. While he was sharing moments from 40,000 feet on Instagram, the Federal Aviation Administration and the IRS were closely monitoring the situation. Earlier this week, federal authorities seized the jet in what insiders describe as a financial compliance action. In simple terms, they believe Floyd has major debts, and they are now moving to secure his assets piece by piece.
If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion. You know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I'm gonna always tell Tank, do what the fuck you want to do.
Before the authorities moved in on the jets, it's important to remember where this entire federal situation began. It started with Floyd Mayweather's massive and eye-catching car collection, the very same fleet that regularly dominated Instagram and grabbed headlines almost every week.
Sharing details of the seizure of more than 80 vehicles illegally headed to
Ferrari 458 Italia worth $280,000.
We are talking about Bugatti's Rolls-Royce models, Lamborghinis, Ferrari's millions of dollars, parked inside garages in Las Vegas and Miami. He owned so many vehicles that he kept one collection on the East Coast and another on the West Coast. It was an extreme level of luxury. But back in May, federal agents stepped in. The action was quiet, but firm legal pressure was applied, and the cars began disappearing. And these were not ordinary vehicles. Imagine 3 Bugatti Veyrons, each valued at more than $1.5 million, along with several Rolls-Royce Phantoms, a Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, and rare custom creations from Mansouri and Brabus. What makes it even more striking is that many of these cars were reportedly bought outright in cash. When federal agents stepped in, they were not focused only on possible tax problems. Investigators began linking the luxury vehicles to questionable payments and suspected shell companies connected to Floyd's Manhattan real estate controversy. According to multiple investigative findings, some of those high-end cars may have been purchased through complex transactions involving offshore accounts, indirect property agreements, and disputed business write-offs.
Even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht, and you big balling. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted the fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday because he got to settle the score. And let me tell you how the IRS works, Skip.
Do you have experience?
I have experience with them.
Okay.
Experience. What they like to do, if you owe them, they're not going to send you a letter right away.
Now, the very cars Floyd once showcased for attention have reportedly become part of an active federal investigation. Several sources claim that some of the vehicles have already been taken and transferred to secured storage sites now under government control.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money, I'd be the same person.
Let's go back to the beginning. Before the jets, before the cars, before federal agents got involved, it all kicked off with one daring and highly public move. Floyd Mayweather's alleged $400 million Manhattan real estate acquisition.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Exactly that one. The 62-building portfolio Floyd said he purchased entirely on his own. He showed it off on Instagram as if the deal was finalized, posing in front of the properties and talking about generational wealth and major business moves, making it seem like he controlled half of Harlem. But the reality tells a different story. According to several sources and New York City property records, which are typically updated within days, no sale actually happened. Not a single building officially transferred ownership.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
It appears Mayweather may have only acquired a small minority stake in the portfolio with the option to purchase more later. Instead of keeping it quiet, he went all out, promoting himself as the full owner. The NYC Housing Partnership, which helps ensure the units remain affordable, publicly stated they had not been informed of any sale, pending or otherwise, and they would have needed to be involved if a transfer had occurred. It didn't happen. Things got even murkier when reporters tried to confirm the deal. A call to VA Properties, Floyd's real estate company, connected them to a man claiming to be James McNair, a known Mayweather associate. But the recordings didn't match, and his voice didn't sound like the real McNair. At that point, fans, media, and federal investigators were all asking the same question. What exactly is Floyd hiding?
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that did happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
This fake flex set everything in motion. Ever since, federal investigators have been digging deeper, connecting the cars, the jets, and other assets to that questionable $400 million real estate move that backfired on Floyd. And this situation is far from over. Keep in mind, this isn't Floyd's first run-in with legal trouble. Anyone following him knows he has a history with the IRS. Back in 2017, even after raking in hundreds of millions from the McGregor fight, he was asking Uncle Sam for a tax extension. Despite constantly showing off huge stacks of cash on Instagram, Floyd filed paperwork requesting more time to settle his 2015 tax bill, which reportedly totaled $22.2 million.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read. Like
that's BS.
Something
that is BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
That.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds? You know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather-McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was.
And we can't leave out the Logan Paul situation. Floyd faced the YouTuber in a huge exhibition bout back in 2021. Even years later, Logan continues to claim that he hasn't received full payment for the fight.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
what happened
no, he didn't pay me
at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. He didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds. Floyd's my homie. He's a cool dude.
Fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Picture this. You're part of the biggest fight of your career, and the paycheck still hasn't come through. Logan has even shared that he's considering legal action against Floyd to secure his money. It's a classic case of don't meet your heroes. They might disappear once the spotlight fades.
Go through this with Mayweather?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's honestly bullshit. Like having people who aren't a professional promotional company control where the money goes is like, we made that mistake. But, you know, it's Floyd Mayweather, so before we fought him, we kind of were willing to do whatever, and now after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot because he's a scumbag. But now that we know that, and everyone else who fights Floyd should know that, like, don't let him control the money.
Would you ever fight him again under any circumstances?
No, he wanted to. He reached out. And, but, like,
no?
Yeah.
What about double or nothing?
Yeah. Double or nothing. Yeah, I already got nothing, bro. So. It was fun though? Yeah, of course.
So you're going to change the way you do business when it comes to boxing now?
Yeah. Me and my brother.
Thank you.
Sure, of course, yeah. I got to go, but...
Thank you so much.
You had fun doing it though?
Oh yeah.
I think we're done.
Most fun of my life, dude.
Thank you.
That guy was doing shit in the ring I'd never seen before. Yo, one time I was like hunkered over and I was like by his hip and he kind of had me in a headlock. Motherfucker opens his glove and puts his hand over my mouth.
Stop breathing.
So I couldn't breathe. I'd never seen this before. And opposite side of the ref. He knew where the ref was. He knew to cover my mouth. Straight up in the middle of the fight, I'm like, and I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? I just missed 2 breaths. Fact. Smart boxer, you know. That's the guy who's been to the ring before. He's smart. He knows his way in and out. No, I got paid. I got paid. Just not in full. Like a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got no fucking jet. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro. I'll see you in court. The audits happen. Just like, mark my words. We're coming for you, Floyd. We're coming for your millions and the last of your change.
And we can't skip over the crypto controversy. Mayweather faced SEC charges for promoting coins like Centratech without revealing that he was being paid to do so. The project was so suspicious that its founders ended up facing federal indictments. Floyd had to pay hefty fines and basically exit the crypto scene with his reputation bruised.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager. Yeah. He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over. Yeah. The manager makes his little cut from it. Mm-hmm. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just.
So this recent real estate scandal isn't an isolated incident. It fits a larger pattern. The man known as TB may be unbeaten in the ring, but when it comes to legal matters, he's taking losses left and right.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got don't cost money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money, I'd be the same person.
Here's where things get even more complicated. The jet seizure is just the start, not the finish. It could lead to subpoenas, audits, and further asset freezes. If Floyd's team can't prove his finances are in order, the next focus could be his real estate holdings or even the TMT merchandise business. In the worst-case scenario, Floyd Mayweather could face a tax fraud indictment. While he might avoid serious prison time, that flashy billionaire lifestyle he built on cash and luxury goods could be at risk. For someone whose image revolves around wealth and extravagance, losing that is arguably worse than jail. So what do you think? Did Floyd really mishandle things this badly? Is this just another failed flex? Or is the government sending a message to boxing's richest star? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.